Hello, Forex traders. Welcome to Admiral Markets. We're going to take a look at this week's price action and expectations of 6th of January 2014. We're going to take a look at the FOMC, NFP, the USD dollar index, the EURAUD potential bouncing area, and the webinars of this month. But first of all, of course, the risk disclaimer explaining that trading for exchange is considered high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Please seek the advice of an independent financial advisor for more information on that. And this webinar is for educational purposes only. Please pause the video to read the entire disclaimer, and I do thank you for your attention on that. Well, first of all, this week will be very action-packed in the news. We have not only do we have actually the euro interest rate on Thursday and the pound, but Friday there could be actually the non-farm payrolls, as you can see here at 1:30 Friday, and also the FOMC potentially on Wednesday. So that's a lot of news events for 1 week, and that will definitely have its impact on the dollar. And speaking of the dollar, let's take a look at the dollar index, because last year definitely ended with dollar weakness, but this year, 2014, definitely starting with dollar strength. We see that in the euro and pound, for example, the euro and pound dollar going up last year, but since the open of the market this year, actually retracing to the downside, or is it a reversal? Let's take a look at the dollar index, and we can see we have purple lines and magenta lines indicating lots of wedges here on the dollar index. Most recently, though, you can see a bounce off the lower magenta line, and we're now attempting to break this brown trend line. So the question is this a resistance area? Or are we going to break actually with the dollar to the upside and retest the purple, the top of the wedge, or is this a bouncing spot still for more downside, and could we make the fall to the lower part? At the moment, if we look at the daily chart, it does look like we're trying to push through this trend line. In fact, even if we adjust it like this, we even have maybe a potential daily candle outside of it. So this does look like a bullish strength at the moment, but we always can get a hook back before more upside. We'll have to see. It's still early in the game, but the FOMC, of course, and NFP statements and numbers will definitely give a guidance if the tapering could happen. If that happens and continues at a faster pace or more rate increase of the tapering, then this definitely, from a technical point of view, could emerge and occur. So that would be very interesting this week how the dollar reacts to that. In the meantime, I'm looking at the euro odd from a daily perspective, and of course this euro odd made a tremendous uptrend, as we can see here during 2013, made a pretty sturdy bull flag, but continued with the break after that. So the question is, do we still have one more upside left at least, or is this indeed double top, and are we reversing to the downside hereafter? Good question, difficult to know. Only thing I do see from a technical point of view is obviously these tops, this top right in here, and this bottom. Even if this were to be a downtrend after that, that is still a very, very powerful zone where price could bounce up and maybe even continue this uptrend. So as long as price stays above that level, there is a bullish bounce potential on the euro odd, and that's what I wanted to mention here, that we could get into that zone very soon. You can see prices already in that green area, so maybe because the downtrend on the 1 hour chart is very strong, maybe one more push down is possible from the hourly perspective, because the downtrend is so strong. But then you can see after that push down, there is a likelihood of price finding support and maybe continuing this uptrend from the bigger daily perspective. We would also be back at the moving averages, so that could be possible. Now, if price were to stall, of course, around this area, we could maybe make weakness here and then start to fall, or will price indeed push through to make a new high? That will be a question of the future, not really too relevant at the moment because that's still far away from now. But you can see the interesting zone here, bounce or break spot basically, on the euro odd at the level now or a bit lower. Well, this week we're back with full webinars. In fact, we're going to have the weekly FX recap with Tarantula later this Monday. We also have, of course, the live trading lab. Moving averages, trend lines, and oscillator are the themes of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday we have expert advice with Tarantula, and on Thursday, Tarantula and myself are back with Forex News Trading, the Pro Learning Lab. So that's this week's I mean webinars, and we'll be back, of course, with Pro Learning Labs the entire January, scalping the Forex market, harmonic patterns, and the oscillator exposed, part 2 on the 30th of January. Hope to see you then. or sometime soon in one of these webinars. I wish you all great trading in 2014. Cheers.